All right, we're in the Coastal Cliffs tournament. We're in the weekend round of the rookie division. I'm in my main account, so I played the front nine in my odd account, and I tried a few. I tried a few things on some of the holes. Some of it worked out, and some of it didn't. I ended up not making hole number one. I totally tanked hole number two. I tried the rough bump there, but I didn't pull it enough, and I hit it great to the right. And the way that the rough works there is the sand's here. This is sand, and the rough pulls around like this, and you're aiming for this little spot right here. So if you hit it great to the right, you have to hit it farther forward in order to hit the rough, and I ended up right there in the sand. I don't think I pulled it enough to begin with. I did a 1-to-1 against that wind, and I should have added on like maybe 10% or something. I'm not quite at max club, so it's a different spot because I've been hitting way back here, and this is definitely closer. So I don't know that I will do that in this account. I'm really focused on the par, but I said I would never do it, but I did do the sand bump on hole number 7, and I actually made a hole-in-one on it, so I got that going for me. I haven't decided how I'm gonna, but hole number 5, I'm definitely gonna change how I play. I'm gonna take a different tact on hole number 5, but the rest of them I might play the sand bump on hole number 8 as well, because the wind today is absolutely due tailwind. So if you hit it perfect, you got a shot at going in the hole. Now I will say that I was going like Mach 7 when I hit the flagpole, and if I hadn't hit the flagpole, it would have ended up who knows where. It was ripping when it hit the flagpole. So I may or may not do that. We'll see. Hole number 1. Hole number 1. Now, at the beginning of the week, hole number 1, we just need to do a +0. We didn't need to take off wind. Normally, we take off wind on this hole, and we didn't need to at the beginning of the week. And then as the middle of the week, we needed to take a little bit of wind off, and today I took off 10%, and I missed it by pretty much the 10%. I will say that I clipped the rough here, and I ended up right here, and I didn't really like this angle going to it. I really want to get out into that area, so let's not clip the rough. I got bag number 5, and I got a Kingmaker. That is all I need. And I'm just going to do whatever the wind is divided by 1.2. I should be in max wedge. I'm not going to take any wind off. I'm not going to add any wind on. I'm just going to do a 0. That's what it seemed like earlier when I played. So we will see if that is true. One less, and I'm taking my bag number 3. One less than max topspin. However much side spin that gets me. 3 rings off at the +5 mark, or +6 mark. 3.7, adding 10% on, that's 4.2, so that's about, it's 4.2 for 2 rings, so I'm just going to do a 2-ring pull. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. That is the spot that I wanted to be in earlier, and I wasn't. I hit a 1-ring great to the right, and with this, in this account, I've been pulling to the +6 mark because this big topper hits farther forward. And in my odd account, in order to get to the right spot, I was pulling back to the +9 mark. But if you hit a 1-ring great to the right, it puts you right along that right-hand edge, and it gives you where the rough kicks out right there. I ran into that and then came out the other side. I probably could have done it at the +6 mark as well. Now, I'm just not so sure why. I've seen a ton of people this week just like having like fucking issues on this hole. They're trying the rough bump, I've seen so many people just jack this hole up, and it's like, guys, like, what are you doing? Like, this is a very, I mean, they made it to the fairway. Most of the people I've seen play this week have not made it to the fairway. Okay, 1.2 wind divided by 1.2. 2.4 divided by 1.2 is 2. 2 rings. I want to be on the fringe. I'm gonna run. Okay, 2 rings. 2 rings. Let's get lined up with the wind here somewhat. Quit moving around. 2 rings exactly. Oh fuck. Oh, that'll miss. That was a good solid 1 ring great to the right. And all I had to do was hit that perfect and it goes in the hole. Arrgh! I should have let it stabilized out. First shot that really counted, and I didn't hit it perfect. No, I finally hit a hole-in-one this week. I very seldom ever go a tournament week where I don't hit a hole-in-one in an Albie, and I haven't hit an Albie yet this week. I've been close, and I'm getting closer, but I feel like this round right here, I'm going to hit at least 1 Albie. At least 1. I'm hoping for 2. Especially after missing that, I really need to. Really need to. See if my opponent can hit perfect and get it in the hole. Hit perfect. I would have loved to have hit perfect. Mine would have went in. They could have had the great right there, and it might have helped them. And I could have had their perfect, and it definitely would have helped me. Can we switch? I don't think so. I do not think so. I think I'm going to play this, and I'm going to go work on my... I play D&D, for those of you that don't know it. I play D&D, and I'm going to play some D&D tomorrow while I'm barbecuing and watching races and messing around and working on my spell book. If you're going to play D&D, I play a wizard, so like if you're going to play D&D, like anybody can, I could be a fighter right here. Right now, this second can go in and grab my axe or something to be a fighter. So if you're going to play a game, you might as well be a wizard, right? Alright, hole number 2. Hole number 2. Let's go look at it. And that's my spell book right there. My sister made me, she makes books, and we're woodworkers, and I do veneer. So she came over and got some of my veneer, and she made me, the cover is, both sides are wood, and made me a book. Looks pretty good, And I've been drawing in it, doing all my stuff. That's where I'm currently at. That's the last spell I put in it. Had to show it to you and give my sister some props. She's been making her own paper, and then she's been making her own books, making journals and stuff for people. Hole number 2. Okay, I did that rough bump earlier, and this is what I was talking about, where it comes at an angle. So if you hit here, you're fine, but if you hit to the right, now all of a sudden you're in the sand, and if you hit to the left, you're all of a sudden not in the rough anymore. So I typically like to do T-rough bumps as opposed to this angled stuff, but there is a rough bump that's there. The one thing I will say about that rough bump is it's easy to leave it short, because you can see when you're in this area, you can see how much movement there's a whole chain of moguls right there, and it is easy to hit the rough like you want, but end up being short or getting off trajectory because of those moguls. I'm gonna play this hole safe because I want to do good in this account, and I'm practicing in my practice account. So, and I really believe it'll take a 29 or better, probably a 30 to win. So I've already dropped 1 hole. Let's not flirt with disaster. Any bag with a sniper, and I'm going to take a katana. I think I have katanas tagged. A katana. Need the 3 side spin. I'm doing 1-to-1. It's at mid club. Actually, it's more towards minimum club, but I think with the katana, it's kind of in between minimum and mid, maybe more towards minimum. And so I've been doing 1-to-1, so that adds on 20%. Because at min club, it's 1.2, and I think I am at min. So if I do 1-to-1, that adds on 20%, and then I've been adding on plus 0.1, and I still think I'm like way off, like I need to do more. I might actually add on 10%. Let's see where the hell I'm at. There's min, so I am at min club. We're way the hell downhill. Okay, so 3.7, that'd be 4.7, maybe like 4.2 rings. And that is a big pull. There's 4.2. Hitting it perfect. And I still didn't pull it enough. I damn near clipped that rough. I probably should have did. I did. I was at minimum club, so if you did 1-to-1, that's 20%. And then I added on another 10. And I did plus 1. Plus 1.3. So I probably should have done maybe even 15 or 20% on top of that. I should have did 1-to-1 plus 20%. That would have been a 40% adjustment. I like the distance though. It looked good, except for it wasn't on trajectory. All right, I'm making this next albie. I'm throwing down right now. I'm making this next albie. I'm taking my number 2 bag and a sniper, and I'm making it. It's going in the hole. And I did it on the front, and I added on 10%, and I was off 10%. So I'm just gonna hit it. I'm not gonna dick around. I'm not adding on anything. I'm just gonna do a 1-to-1. And let's just go. Let's go do it right here, right now. Number 2 bag and a. I'm going to take this right here just because I want to make sure I make this. I want to hit it perfect, and I want it to go in the hole. And it won't matter. That precision doesn't matter if you're not on trajectory. So let's do the deal. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to hit perfect, and it's going in the hole. Hold on one second. All right, I wanted to go look. I wanted to make sure I did add on 10% on the front, and so I wanted to make sure I'm just doing a straight up shot, and it's going in the hole. Going in the hole. I brought the precision ball this time because I got it. I don't care if it's changing around, and it seems like these holes are changing around, like hole number 1, you know, doing -10, and then all of a sudden now you got to do 0, and then you're doing -10, and it should always be, if elevation was true, you're always having to adjust for the elevation, and then the wind would be the factor. But that's not how it works. They're manipulating that number. But right here, right now, if you do +0 and I hit it right, it goes in the hole, and it's going in the hole. Here we go. Here we go. And I'm pulling back to the +5 mark, and I'm doing 1 3/4 topspin on the drive. Doug goes first. I saw one opponent this week that hit to the left, and they used a power 5 ball just like they're doing right there. And I will tell you right now, I hope they make it so that you can see what I'm talking about on the second shot. Now, I will say this about the first opponent that I saw do this. They pushed the issue. Instead of like pulling back and hitting it at max long iron and going over the sand, they pressed their luck and had to use a bunch of backspin. Whoa, down ball, whoa, whoa, whoa. Damn it. But they'll be able to recover from there with the rough iron. +5 mark. +5. Three side spin, 1 3/4 top spin. Oh, I don't need that much side spin, but I got that much on there. I can pull back just a titch. Okay, 1.9. I've been doing 10%, so I'm going to do 2-1. And there's 2-1. Hitting it perfect. As long as I don't get the slide, I'm okay. That's about where I've been hitting it. I have not been trying to press my luck to get all the way to the tip. I've been just trying to lay it up out there and just take the nice straight up shot. Now, my opponent the other day did the same thing. They went on that side, they went on the green side of that sand trap and they tried to backspin it on. But I'm just thinking that if you went on this side of the sand trap and had bounce number 1 and then bounced over the sand trap, that you could do it with just a couple spin and not have to work that ball so much. It might not be too bad, but I'm doing a 3.7 adjustment. I'm not going to put on any spin. I'm just going to roll it out to the cup. It wants to break just a titch. Okay, 3.7 rings. 3.7. Let's get lined up. Maybe. There's 3, 6, 3, 7. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. On the front, I hit it perfect. Everything was right, and I did an extra 10, and I didn't need to. And let's see if it even comes close. And there, I needed to do like a +5. I just can't catch a break on those par 5. On this par 5, it's like the number is fucking variable. It's just a changing. It's a moving target. Even if I'd added on 1 there, it wouldn't have made a difference. All right, what a waste of a good ball. But I gave it the old college try. And I was short on this hole earlier, on hole number 4. I did a no move and I did 3 backspin, and I probably could have did, because we got a headwind going today. And I'm going to take a honey bag with a sniper, and I'm going to take a navigator. Let me think here. Do I really want to get, I'm going to be aggressive on this hole as well. I'm going to take that bag right there. That ball, I got 1 to spare. Let's go. Let's get a hole in 1 right here. I was at mid club. I did 1-1. Look at my notes. My notes are all jacked up here. 1 square short, 3 backspin, no move. And I probably in this win should have did about a 10%. I came in, I was it's hard to tell if I would have got to the cup, because it breaks a little bit right at the cup, so it's hard to tell. I was a little short. I was like a square short, square and a half short. whatever my opponent did. They got a nice run at it. Not enough steam. .3. Divided by, that's 2.41 rings. That's a little shy of 3. 2.41 rings. There's 2, 4, 4. Hitting it dead center perfect. Roll out, roll, roll, roll. I can tell you that's the closest I've been all week, but I would have liked it to be about what looks right there, about 2 inches to the right, but in this game it's probably 3 yards to the right, or at least a good foot. That's probably like 0.16 of a yard in the way that they do it, which is like a shitload of inches, but it's like 2 inches. Damn it. I did 5% there. I probably should have did 5% plus 0.1. All right. I'm giving it the college try on those. I'm trying to make those this week. I'm trying to make those today, so I was being aggressive on them. And that was like a little shy of three backspin. Hole number 5. This is the one I've changed my I've changed the way I'm playing it. So today the wind is blowing slight headwind from this direction, and I'm going for this spot here. I've been shooting for this spot right here, and then you've got a sniper rough bump. But if you're in this arc with a Goliath, you need 6 topspin for the rough bump. So a sniper or a grizzly will not work. You got to bring out a Goliath, and there is a rough bump you can do down there if you can get to that fairway. And I got really nicely down in there earlier. So I need to let's get out and go set up a bag just for this, because I haven't been hitting down there. So what I need is a Goliath, but I need a extra mile. That bag will work. That bag will work. And I'm going to take let's see what my Power 5 options are. I took a Berserker earlier. It would have been nice to cut the wind down just a little bit. I think that's Power 5 tops. I don't really need the topspin boost. You don't need the topspin boost, but it does cut the wind down just a titch. I hate to waste topspin boost balls. Topspin boost balls come in really handy. And it puts me dead center mid club if I hit with I'll just bring in Apocalypse. Or excuse me, a Berserker. Alright. Let's make sure that bag is right. That bag is right. You got to hit the drive perfect though. The cool news is that if you screw the drive up, you can recover with because you won't be able to do the rough bump because Nirvana doesn't have as much topspin as a Goliath. It doesn't have 6 topspin, but you will be able to recover because you're in mid Goliath, so you'll be in mid Nirvana. You'll be able to use some backspin and come out on the other side instead of doing the rough bump, and you can easily recover. So if you screw up, you can recover. But if you hit to the left and you screw up over there, you could, depending on where you screwed up, you could be in a big ass spot of bother, and you'll have to take a shot from distance. And I've had to take that shot from distance this week 3 times, and I've made it twice and missed it once. So it's not that you can't get it done. It's just we don't want to have to get it done if we don't have to get it done. This wind's a little bit bigger than earlier. I got my Red Wings red rings wedged in there. 4-1, I'm going to add on 10, so I'm going to do 4-4. And that's about 4-4. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if we can get enough bleed out. If I got my trajectory right. Hit the rough, hit the rough, hit the rough. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. That puts me in mid Goliath. Now, where I screwed up earlier was I got a power 5 ball and I played my Goliath at 2.3 per ring, and I hit it great to the left. But I was right off the cup, and so I didn't pull it enough. And I went back and looked in Golf Clash Notebook to see what the numbers are, and I should have did 2.2 per or 2.0 per ring times whatever the wind is divided by times divided by 2.0. So whatever the wind is times, I'm going to do 10%. So 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 2.0. 1.65 rings. Hit 6 topspin. .65 rings. There's 1.5, 1.65. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole, ball. Go home. Go home. Go home. Woo! Albie, that's what I'm talking about. That was worth changing the shot up. And I almost overpulled it. I should have taken off one. So minus 0.1. Plus 10. Minus 0.1. And that's what my notes say. Plus 10 minus 0.1. Minus 0.1. Woo! Finally. Picked up an Albie. My opponent's happy. It guarantees them an eagle. Good luck in the tournament. Good luck. Alright, this hole right here is starting to piss me off. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. So here's the deal. So at the beginning of the week, I was like this area where I'm getting bounce number 1, and I was so close. Like here's the rough, and here's the fairway. I was right here, and I wanted to land back just a bit and give myself just a titch of breathing room on that rough area. And so I moved my shot out just a little, like half a ring, to get a good bounce out here. And I did. I achieved my goal. I'm getting a great bounce, and I'm going straight through this fairway. So I'm really good on either side. I'm going right through the middle of it because it's coming through at the top of the green. But by moving it back where I'm getting my bounce over here, it's giving me more of a flat trajectory bounce, and so it's picking up speed and it's rolling off into the rough on the backside. So I was starting off the beginning of the week and I was running max topspin, and I lowered it down to 4, and I still ended up there. And then I lowered it down to 3, and I still ended up there in the last round. So I'm gonna do like 2.5 topspin. I would rather be right here and chip it over if that's the case than to be in the fucking rough. Let's not end up in the rough. I'm taking my number 2 bag. And I'm taking a katana. Katana. Where are you? There you are. You're hiding down at the bottom. Alright. Now I'm doing 10% on the drive. Let's go first. Let's get it over with. Let's go. Let's go. I want to go first. I go first. All right. Max side spin and like just a smidgen less than 3 top spin. Maybe I just need to come out more. So I've been like where the white ring is rubbing up against the rocks on the other side. I was 3.5 rings or off. I'm gonna go out just a little bit more. And I got it all. I got it all. And I barely hit that. I wasn't far enough forward. That's one of the things out there is there's no marker. That's all right, dude. I've been in the rough on this and made it. I think I've been in the rough 4 times, but I've been long in the rough and I've made it 3 out of 4 times. So this will be 4 out of 5 times. I'm going to make it right here. There's no marker out there, so you don't know like where to go. I've been trying to use the white ring on the outside. When the white ring rubs up against the rock, that's kind of the spot. But I was too close to the tee box. I needed to be out just a little bit farther. And you can see, and you could tell because where I came around on the first bounce, I was super close to the rough. And the rough there, that angle of the rough, if I would have been like maybe even 1 ring farther forward in my shot, I would have been a much better. They're in the same boat. Same boat. Well, we got it covered from both sides in the sand. Am I in the bunker? I am in the bunker. Let's see if we can run some top spin here. Don't need to run quite that much. Okay, that should be 4.3 divided by 16. Should be like 1/4 of a ring. That was probably 0.3. Where does that put me? That's about right. That's about right. Ah. And that was not about right. That was 2 rings great to the right. That was not right. That was not right, damn it. Perfect would have been a much better look. That's 2 of the par 4s down the tube. Down the crapper. And you need to get the par 4s. That's the whole thing. These par 4s are all makeable. One of them not hitting perfect and this one not ending up where I needed to be. And once again, not hitting perfect. You can still recover when you're in the sand or the rough. All you gotta do is hit perfect. Well, evidently not for my opponent, but for me it would have been. If I'd have hit that perfect, it would have went in. I have no fear of rough and sand shots as long as you hit them perfect. I mean, if I hit them perfect, they almost always go in. Sometimes they don't, but the mass majority of the times, it's an exception rather than the rule when those close-up shots don't go in. I saw that emoji. That there is an emoji out there, and I was in the store one day and they wanted like 1,500 gems for it. And it's like, you got to be shitting me. If you just bought gems, that's like $15. You want $15 for a freaking emoji? What am I, 3? Evidently, look at Wade's picture. He's 3. Okay, hole number. What hole are we on? Hole number 7. Let me think about what I want to do on hole number 7. Do I really want to get risky? Because I made a hole-in-one on this earlier, and I did the sand bump. Let me look at the hole. Let me make sure. Okay, I did what I said I was never going to do, and I did the sand bump because the wind is blowing absolutely, well, it's damn near due tailwind. But in order to do that, what did I do earlier? Let's see my notes here. I did horizon. I did plus 25%, 1.25 times whatever the wind is, divided by 2.3. And I did one less than max topspin. And I think I ran all the topspin on there. I came through there. I was lucky I hit the flagpole. Let's add. Okay, we'll go to that number 4 bag because that's my utility bag. Now let me check because the level 7 horizon is more accurate than the level 6 horizon that I have in my other account. Wood horizon. I've got a level 7. And I'm hitting at, I think it's a mid club. No, I'm hitting max, so it's max. And I'm using a number power 1 ball, so it's 2.1 per ring. Divided by 2.1. With a level 6 is 2.3. Okay, 2.1. Alright. Let me take a deep breath here. Let's get risky. I've been playing really well all week, so I've been playing fairly conservative all week, but like let's have some fun and go out there and let's be risky. I was 3/4 of a ring into the sand on the front. One less than max topspin. 4. Okay, it says 2.38 rings. There's 2, 4. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Let's see if we can replicate it. And I missed the flagpole this time. I hit the flagpole in my 88 account and it went in. That's the only reason it went in is because it hit the flagpole, because it was going just like it was going faster than that. Dropped my stylus. How could I possibly take a shot? I don't have a stylus. I'd have to use my finger. Jeez. It's like eating without a fork. Damn, that was close. I would have liked to have made that back to back. That would have been awesome. Should have added on plus 0.1. I'll circle that. It's 2.1 per ring. 2.1 in 77. All right. Perfect. In the hole. That was a long putt for me. I almost felt nervous. I did feel nervous on that. And you're all laughing at me going, that's not a long putt, dude. That is a long ass putt for me. I hit so close. I've gotten into the habit of trying to hit close on the shots coming up there, so I'm close to the cup a lot, so it doesn't really matter if you hit it perfect or great, it still goes in the hole. So I'm nonchalant about putts, so when I'm in a putt like that where I actually have to focus on it, I get a little nervous, even as long as I've played, because it's like, shit, if I don't hit this perfect, and I don't hit putts perfect very often. Alright, hole number 8. Hole number 8. We need to pick this up, and we need to get the Albie on hole number 9, which I've been flirting with all week. I think I have my numbers down on hole number 9. I think I'm there. I damn near hit an Albie in my practice account, but this hole right here, I definitely need to hit an elk or an eagle. And I'm taking a bag that's got a hornet. I want to take I'm going to switch this bag up, bring my APOC and a hornet. And I'm bringing the hornet because I'm doing a rough bump. And my Kingfisher, which is what I normally play with, does not have enough topspin. Alright, and I'm pulling back to the +3 mark. 2 topspin. Dose. +10 on the drive. -10 plus 0.1 to the cup. 0.9 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1.3 plus 0.1. I should be in mid hornet. If, that's a big if, I can get an opponent. Grandpa goes first. Grandpa Golf. Let's check out Grandpa Golf. Sporting some jewelry. And they must be going for it. They are going for it. I think they're, man, I don't think they've moved over to the right enough. It looks like they're going to clip that rough if they put all that overbear on it. And they're going to end up stuck at the top, but I could be wrong. I could be, and I am. But it did look like they were just going to drive it right into the fucking sand, and they did. Nice job. Nice shot. Max, 2 topspin. Dose. Read it. Read it and weep. 2 rings off, +3 mark. Is it +3? Yes, +3. Okay, 1.2, 1.2, 2.1. There's 1.5. That should be like a ring and a third. Maybe just a little. 1.4. Oh, and I hit it great to the right. That's not good. I'll be all right down here. I gave my. I'm not even close to flirting with disaster down here, but I'll have to use. It puts me. I should still be in mid. I'll check, but I should still be in mid. But it puts it so I have to put a little bit of side spin on it on the ball. Where I've been laying it up, I can almost go straight at it with no spin, like maybe just a titch of spin, just to bring it around. Try and give myself enough room in the rough so that if I do happen to catch a great to the left or the right, there you go. Nice. That works. That dog will hunt. That dog will hunt. Now, every time I've hit this perfect, it's gone in the hole. So let's be positive here. There's Max. There's man. I'm at mid club. Max top spin. And right at it. 3.1, 2.25 rings. 2.25 rings. Let's get lined up with the wind. There's 2.25. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Let's get the streak running. Every time I've hit it perfect, it's gone in. Oh, you fucking rat bastard. Oh. That is a killer right there. That is a killer. That is brutal. I got brutalized right there. Brutalized. That was the over the hole on the 1 par 3, and then that one right there, that brutalized me. That's 2 shots. That is brutal. Brutal. All right. Let's not remember what we've done. Let's think about what we're doing. Hole number 9. I really want to get the launch. If I can get the launch off of this hill right here, that if you're on the back side of this hill, you got to make sure that your second bounce clears. But if I can get on the back side of this, you really get a launch. You can really get a really high bounce, and it throws the ball forward and ending up in this area. I've been like 257. I've been so long that I can hit it with my Grizzly. And if I'm in my Grizzly, earlier I was in my Sniper. I'm just looking at my notes here. Man. I'm going to do plus 25 to the cup. Let's see if I can get into my Sniper range. I'm taking bag number 2. Bag number 2, and I'm taking a Kingmaker. 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 Right. That's what I'm taking. That's what I'm taking. We'll see if I can get the launch. If I'm in the 250s, I'm in my Grizzly range. If I'm in the 230s, I'm in my Sniper range. Okay, I'm going to run all of it. And actually, I'm taking... Hey, let's switch bags here to bag number 5. That's the one. And then all of it. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? See the bounce out there. I want to be back on this hillside so I can really get a launch. And I did 20% on the front, so that's 3, 2. So it's 1.5 per ring. So I'm going to do 2 rings and a titch. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. And I did hit on the top of that hill and got the launch. But I didn't get it came out flat, it hit, and it so I'm in between, so I think I'm going to be in like minimum Sniper. I might be in max Grizzly, maybe. There's quite a bit of red line distance between the two, and if you're in the 50s, you're right at max club. And with the headwind, I'm gonna be hitting minimum Sniper. And I was hitting mid Sniper, and I was adding on 20%. I think my notes say plus 25, plus 0.1. That was when I was at mid. Let's see where I'm at. I probably still am at mid. Here's man, I'm at minimum club. That's for sure. I'm gonna still do the plus 25. Times 3.8 divided by 1.1. I'm still going to do the mid number, so I'm going to do 4, 4. It's 431, and I'm going to do 4, 4. There's 4, 4, 438. I'm splitting the difference. Hitting it perfect. I have no idea, but I want it to go in, but I have no idea. I have no idea. And I overpulled it. If I'd have did the 2, that'd have been 395 versus the 1 431. It would have been closer. I should have hit it where I was at and then did the 25%. I had that shot set up. I've been getting the launch there, and I've been in my Grizzly, and I had that shot set up for my Grizzly, but in my practice account, my APOC's one level lower, so I can't get it out there as far. And so I've been in the 31 to 35 range instead of the 45 range, so I'm more in mid club. So I haven't actually been like where I was at right there this week. So the goal there is just hit it wherever you're at in your club. And 25%. And plus 0.1. All right. That was not the round I was looking for, but I didn't drop 2 of the par 4s. I'm not happy about that, and I did hit one of them perfect, and it didn't go in. But I had fun on that round, so I at least got that going for me. You can't say that all the time. Like, you have a round and you don't do exactly what you wanted, but you didn't have fun. I had a lot of opportunities there. I had fun. I was the closest that I've been all week on hole number 4, and I just barely missed the cup there. I was just a couple ball widths away from going in. So I actually had a great round, even though I only shot a 13 instead of the 15 I'm looking for. So now I have to shoot a monster round on the back in order to get better than a 28. So I have to shoot a 15 plus, so I'm going to have to pick up all 3 of the par 4s and pick up at least another hole-in-one or another Albie. So it'll be we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, and I will post some more as I get around to playing them. Have a good one. Be safe.